Hi guys.
Hi.
It's Carol.
And Casey.
Toby's behind me chewing on his bone. Andy's in the doggy bed. Molly's probably under the couch. She does not like this tripod. I don't know why. But anyway, thank you so very much, all of you that were so sweet to me about yesterday's video. You guys are so good to me. Thank you. I'm better. I did a video like at midnight.
Did you tell them about our trip and all the trouble we had?
No,
Oh.
I didn't tell them about that. I'll tell you about that in a second.
Later.
No, I told them I was determined to read that Ove book.
Yeah.
I kept trying. Oh, last night, about, I don't know, 10 o'clock, I just thought, it's got to go back to the library. I've got to read this book. Sorry, my hair's a mess. So I muddled through, was able to read and comprehend, which is too bad because I got to page 105 and Ove hangs himself.
There should be a warning on that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That needed a trigger warning.
But on the back it says comical. The movie's supposed to be a comedy. Obviously, well, this is the first comedy that includes a suicide. And I told him about Anita. Casey and I both had this friend, Anita. And if we had only known what she was going through with the depression and how she felt. Because we were both going through it.
You did a video on
I didn't. Her. I deleted it, though. Oh. We both were going through the same thing at the same time, along with Anita, but none of the three of us knew it. But if we had known, we would have talked to her. We would have helped each other. And maybe that wouldn't have happened. That's why I talk about mental illness all the time. Because if there's one other person out there that needs to know that they've got somebody they can talk to, then that's why. But anyway, everybody was really nice and supportive of me because I was not doing well last night. Okay, moving on. We're going to have a happy video now. We are making the last two bookmarks. I made the bookmarks for everybody except for Rhett and Taylor, my grandkids. And so Casey's going to do Rhett's. He told her, what did he tell you he wanted on his?
He wanted pizza. He didn't want hearts.
No hearts.
But he wanted pizza.
And Taylor's, one of her nicknames is her mama calls her Tay-Bug. And I found these stickers in my stash. I have a bunch of craft paper and stickers back when I was going to do scrapbooking, and I never got anywhere with that. But anyway, and this one has love bug and just bugs and flowers. So I thought she'd like that because her mom calls her Tay-Bug. Her mom's boss calls her, does he call her Taylor Tot or Tater Tot?
Actually, I think that was her dad's old boss called her Tater Tot.
No,
it's Tater Tot is what, which I think is adorable.
I do too.
But she does not like us to call her Tater Tot. She does not like it.
So I'm going to make her love bug bookmark. And I'm going to turn it down so you can see, Casey's getting started, so you can see how we're doing this. And while we're doing that, while you watch us make the bookmark, I'm going to do the thing that's going around YouTube right now called 5 Myths and 5 Truths. And the point of it is I'll tell you 10 facts about me. 5 of them are true and 5 are false. And you list them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'll put it in the description. And you put 1 T for true, 1 F for false, like that, okay? And then in a couple of days, I'll tell you what the answers are. All right, I'm going to bend you down now. Hang on.
Thank you, Toby.
Okay, it's on. Toby had to come give Casey some kisses. Casey's going to use this for her backing because he doesn't want this heart backing. So she's going to cut that. Where are you going?
Scissors.
Oh. Here's a pair. And I'm going to use this for the back of Taylor's. So, and this thing, it's exactly folded in half, makes it the right size to manage with our tape. Okay, where's my little notebook? These are 10 facts about me. 5 will be true, 5 will be false. And you just list a 1 through 10 and put a T or an F by the number, whether you think it's true or false. Now Toby's going to fuss at us because his ball is under the couch.
They can't even see what I'm doing.
Well, let's pause it.
Okay.
Molly's right here by us now. She's been such a sick little girl. In our town, the news station had a piece on this horrible stomach viral bug that's going around our town that's very contagious. And evidently, we had it and the dogs had it. Andy had it first and Casey was terrified. And I would have been too because he had a bloody discharge. And so she took him to a dog emergency room because her vet couldn't get him in.
Urgent care, not emergency.
Urgent care. It was $150, but he got an antibiotic and probiotics. Mm-hmm. He didn't have a fever, so they just were guessing. And they didn't run any tests. And but he was better the next day. Either that one dose of antibiotic really worked or it was a 24-hour type bug. But Molly had it the longest. And one night, I guess it was Friday night, Toby kept waking me up. Kept waking me up, and he was very needy. I didn't know what he wanted. And he kept wanting to get on my pillow and lay against my head on my pillow, which he never does. That means, Mama, I need you. And it was because she was being sick all over the apartment. And I didn't really realize it till the next morning. So I'd have clean carpets now. I cleaned and cleaned carpets. But we had a long, hard weekend. But Molly is feeling much better. She's eating and playing and doing good. And Andy's doing good. And
Casey, I'm trying to decide how to do this.
This is sharper. Do you want to use this to draw your pizza?
No, because I want it really, really light so I can erase it.
Is that lighter or darker?
I don't know. It's fine.
Okay, never mind. And that doesn't have an eraser on it. Let me see your eraser. Okay. I just figured out. I'll have to get a new card. Taylor's stickers are, that is too big to go on half of a index card. So Taylor's going to get a full-size index card bookmark. Okay, back to this. I'm going to tell you my 5 truths and 5 myths about me. Number 1, I was the first paperboy in our town that was not a boy. Number 2, I absolutely love seafood. 3, one time I won a blue ribbon at the county fair for a chocolate vanilla swirl bundt cake. Number 3, I am an excellent swimmer. Number 4, I was painfully shy growing up and honestly didn't talk to anybody that I didn't absolutely have to until I was probably like 20. When I had to get 18, when I had to get a job, I had to learn to talk to people whether I wanted to say anything to them or not, because I was so incredibly shy. That was which one? 1, 2, 3, 4. That was number 5. Shy was 5. 6 is I love to dance. 7 is one time I fell off our back porch and sliced my foot on a coffee can. 7, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've already gotten confused. I'm going to pause this. I got it. Number 1 was I was the first paper boy that was not a boy. Number 2 is I love seafood. Number 3, I won a blue ribbon for a cake. Number 4, I love to swim. Number 5, I was shy till I was like 18. 6, I love to dance. 7, I sliced my foot on a coffee can. 8 is I'm a great singer. I love to sing, and I do it very well. 9 is my first car was a Volkswagen Beetle. And number 10 is I really like to dry camp in the mountains. So 1 through 10, I'll list all of those in the description. And then you put in the comments, you list 1 through 10 and put true or false next to each one. You can do a T or an F. And I'm going to get to making Tay-Bug's bookmark. Well, I'm going to have to find something else to put on the back because I don't have enough of this to actually cover the back. Yes, I do. Yes,
Well,
I
why
do.
don't you cut that?
No, I got it. I got
Well,
it.
I would cut it that. You don't want a bookmark that wide.
Why
don't
not?
you cut this where it's twice as wide as this, but not in half?
You do yours. I'll do mine.
Okay.
I should have had one of the questions is, do Casey and I ever bicker? What's going on with you guys? Are you doing anything fun for Valentine's Day? Do you have somebody that buys you flowers or candy or jewelry or anything like that? Neither one of us do. I never had anybody that wanted to buy me flowers and candy and jewelry. Did anybody ever want to buy you flowers and candy and jewelry?
Yes, but it was a long time ago. Oh, this eraser's horrible. I'm going to find another eraser.
Okay, come around here and look at
There's
this
a-
box over here. I've got all the craft stuffs all spread all over the place. I have never been out to dinner on Valentine's Day. I've never received flowers on Valentine's Day except one time. I mean, I used to want to be married so bad to a good person that, I mean, Casey's dad, we were married 19 years. He's a good person. We just were more like a brother and sister. We got married when we were barely 18. Just because both of us didn't know what else to do. And we were never good.
He wasn't mature enough to be ready. He's better now with his.
Yes, he's a
wife.
very good man now. But for a long time, it was hard. Well, anyway, for a long time, I just wanted to be married so bad and have somebody who'd take me to the movies and take me to dinner and bring me flowers for no reason and just be very cuddly and lovey and stuff. And it just never happened. And one year, two of my friends from church, they were married. Everybody at church was married practically, except about 3 or 4 of us. Anyway, it was the year I had a hysterectomy and I was suffering with depression really bad. And I had 4 teenagers who were acting like normal teenagers. So you know what that means. Plus, the majority of them were really ill with their own mental illness. And so that was very difficult. And we were going through a really hard time. I mean, and so these 2 ladies brought me a bouquet of a dozen red roses on Valentine's Day. I couldn't believe they did it. I was home on Valentine's Day recovering from my hysterectomy. And I had such a difficult time with that hysterectomy. I wanted to have the hysterectomy, but I always wanted a dozen kids. And I knew, well, that took care of that. Even though
At that point, did you really want any more?
I don't know. I was crazy. I like babies. Teenagers are a little hard, but babies and toddlers and 3 and 4-year-olds are wonderful people. And the why my depression was so horribly bad was I never wore makeup and did stuff like that, but I wore dresses. I was a girly girl in my own way. And I went to, I'm going to use this card. I went to have my hysterectomy because I had horrible fibroids that were just killing me. That's a little sad picture. Anyway, my first doctor's appointment after...
That's actually really good.
Oh, I think it's horrible. It looks like an alien. My first doctor's appointment checkup after my hysterectomy, you know, any doctor's office, they put you in an exam room and leave you there for, seems like forever and a day, and it's cold and you're waiting on him to come in or her. Well, this was at a gynecologist, and I'm not a very good drawer. I should have put that down as...
She is.
If I want to, I can't be if I try hard. We're going to say this is the outline of a woman's body. And down here, the only organ on this poster was the shape of a woman's body and a uterus and her 2 ovaries. I was sitting on the end of this exam table, just having had my body parts removed. And here's this picture that says a woman has these body parts down here, these 2 ovaries and a uterus. Well, mine had just been ripped out. And it made me feel so horrible. I thought, well, I'm not a man, I'm not a woman. I wanted to cry. I did cry. I was a mess at the time. They should not have a poster in an exam room that you have to sit at the end of the table and stare at when you've just had a hysterectomy. But anyway, that was a miserable time of my life when my 2 friends brought me these flowers for Valentine's Day. But that's the end of that story. Casey, that is so cute. Look what she did while I was blabbering away. I love you to pizzas. I love it. And the pizza slices are great. Rhett will love it. I had this aunt of mine that was just my favorite aunt. She lived in Tucson. I lived in New Mexico, so I hardly ever saw her. But occasionally she wrote letters to me. And every blue moon she would visit, like every 5 years or 10 years or something. But I just thought she was the greatest person on earth. And one time we went to her house in Tucson. Drove there in the summer in a car that did not have air conditioning. You know how you do stupid things when you're young and dumb. We drove to Arizona, to Tucson in July in a car with no air conditioner. Anyway, and she had a friend who was an artist. I always wanted to be an artist. Well, she took us to this artist friend's house, and he had a little gallery there. And he did paintings that, on a wall. He did paintings that you would hang on a wall. But he also did fun little stuff. And he had this little round metal pan that he painted like a pizza. And what did it have on it?
I was not there.
No, you weren't born yet. I think it had Mi Casa Su Casa on it, which means my house is your house. No, I was going to say, well, that doesn't make sense with a pizza. No, the words he had painted on it were, I just want a little pizza and quiet. And I thought that sums me up from the day I was born. That's all I wanted. Although, I should have done this one for one of my myths. I grew up in a little bitty town in New Mexico that had nothing. I did not have a pizza until I was about 19.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
Yes, Casey's dad and I were married, and we went to Albuquerque to visit a friend, and they took us to was it Shakey's Pizza? Shocky's Pizza?
I just cannot believe that.
Yes, that was the first time I ever had
called that a myth.
I should have done that. Darn. Well, anyway, that was the very first time I had pizza when I was like 19, maybe 20. And I loved it. This was like, I had never seen anything that looked like that. I wasn't sure I wanted to even taste it, honestly. Shakey's Pizza. I think that's it. But I tasted it and I really liked it. And I love pizza. Anyway.
Can you just use this tape? What? Oh, go ahead.
Anyway, I love that little sign that said, all I want is a little pizza and quiet. Instead of peace and quiet. I've got all those glue sticks somewhere. I don't know where they are. You can tape it down with that double sticky tape.
I should have brought my Mod Podge. Mod Podge makes it doesn't wrinkle up when it dries.
Well, this tape won't make it wrinkle. Okay. You just need it to hold it together, and then when we put the tape over it,
right. Well, do you think I need something else? It looks kind of plain.
Where are my other bookmarks?
Well, I don't know.
What happened to them? You said you found them because I said I couldn't find them. Oh. Well,
because that has color
That was my first one. Where's the others? I mailed my sister her quilt one. Oh, this.
See, I think that's super cute.
This one I just took marker and kind of colored in. You could do that if you wanted to, or leave it like that.
Did you tell them Taylor thought of that?
Taylor didn't think of that. I thought of this, and she told me, well, that has to be for you, Grandma, because I fall asleep reading.
I thought that was Taylor's.
Okay. Well, you do finish it however you want. Okay. And I'm going to get back to, I have no idea where I was in whatever story I was telling you.
Sorry.
Let's just go to
You just loved that pizza.
Yeah.
Saying.
Okay, which love bug should I use? There's this one with the pink head. There's one with a flower in her head. That one. I think I'll do the one with the flower.
What, baby?
Although teal
Where is it?
is her favorite color. I call that color turquoise because I grew up in New Mexico and turquoise and New Mexico go together. But she did not. So I'm going to do this one with the little flower in her hair. When Taylor was a little girl, Casey and I have babysat Taylor since she was 6 months old.
Yes.
We just played dolls with her. We used to dress her up and fix bows and ribbons and things in her hair and fix her so cute. She will not let me touch her hair now, or I would do something with her hair. Because she likes it like that, so that's okay. But when she was little, I had barrettes and bows and fixed it all up a cute way, different way every day, and Casey did too. One time, Taylor was little. They still lived on that house in Ross, so she was not...
Are you talking about the story with my hair?
Yeah, she wasn't 3 yet.
No, they had just moved to that. Rhett wasn't born yet, but they had just moved to that other house.
No, it was on Ross Street. I remember that.
No, I know it wasn't.
Well, anyway, Casey walked into... Taylor was asleep in her crib.
Let me tell this story.
Okay.
I was fixing my hair. Taylor was taking a nap, and I was fixing my hair. And so for me to straighten my hair, I have to put half of it up in sort of a messy bun, but it looks really funny, and it's kind of halfway on the side of my head. Well, I was in the middle of doing that when she woke up, and she was still in a crib. It was right before they got her toddler bed. And I walked in to pick her up, and she stuck her little hand out like a stop, sign. And she said, no, Cakey. That's what she called me, was Cakey. She said, no, Cakey. That scared me.
Just very matter of fact. She was barely talking. We've had fun with that little girl. Well, this wasn't even big enough to get all the stickers on it. I had to put Love Bug kind of on top of that Love Bug. Now I'm going to stick some flowers down here around it.
I keep getting this off center.
It's hard to do.
Yes. Toby, I don't know where your ball is. Go find another ball.
I'm going to show you some other stuff. Toby, please don't start with your ball right now. I told you I was having a no-spin February. Well, that went out the door. But I didn't spend a whole lot. I'm going to stick in a picture of something right here. Don't leave. This is what I want to make. Well, I showed the picture of those conversation hearts to Taylor, and she said, yes, she'd do that with me. They're made out of salt dough. And so I went to Walmart and spent money. But these were 56 cents a piece, so that's not bad. And I bought a Princess Pink, Cool Blue, Sunny Day Yellow, Orange Sherbet.
Those are going to be so cute.
Petunia Purple, little craft paints to paint our conversation hearts. And they didn't have a light green. I wanted a very pale mint green, like the conversation can.
Cute.
Yes, Walmart didn't have any, so I got this one at Dollar Tree. These were 56 cents. This was $1.25, so. And it's not even the scent color I really wanted, but it's green anyway. And then at Dollar Tree, I got some brushes for us to paint our conversation hearts with. And we've got all kinds of cookie cutters. I'm going to, the kids all mix up, and Casey will mix up salt dough, which is water, salt, and flour. And then you cut it out with a cookie cutter and let it dry, and it takes forever. And you can put it in the oven at 200 degrees for hours and get it dry. Anyway, and then paint them like the conversation candy hearts. Oh, that is so cute. She wrote his name on the back. Show them the back. Rhett just finished reading a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. He'll like that. Anyway, I don't know where I was. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, hi, Toby. I love you, too. You give me a kiss because Mama having trouble thinking. Well, I have no idea what I was even telling you, so I guess that's over with.
I don't know, but we're going to do that salt dough and paint them.
Oh, yes. We'll all mix up the salt dough in the morning. Taylor and Rhett each want to make a cake, a Valentine cake.
Cute.
And decorate it for Valentine's Day. So we ordered a white cake mix. We're going to pick up an order of groceries in the morning and get that cake in the oven and let them each decorate one of the layers. You know, we'll make 2 round cakes and they each get one to decorate, and then we'll either eat it or they can take it home to their mom or dad, whatever they want to do. And I probably won't get it done. Thank you for those kisses, Toby. I said, Mama, I know you need kisses. I hope to get fudge made. I've got little clear plastic bags with Valentine hearts all over them for treat bags. I want it that as cute as could be.
Except
and then you take your
eye.
You take your ribbon and fix a little.
Yeah, but look, I got it right through the eye.
Honey, it's okay. It's okay. Rhett will not even notice, and it's a bookmark. I want to make fudge, and then I would, we could cut the fudge up into pieces, and they could fix little treat bags to take to their Casey's dad and stepmom, those grandparents, and then they're going to go see their other grandma in another town this weekend, and they could take her a Valentine treat. So we'll see what all we get done.
It's facing here, and we're not even doing anything.
Oh,
I need the tape. No, to do the.
Oh, this is so hard to do. I mean, it's really hard to do. Good luck.
Okay.
And oh no,
I'll do it, but tell them not to buy that tape.
I already told them don't buy this tape. Several of you said, well, bend it down to cover it up or put something there. Usually, when I pull the tape up the first time and tear that paper off, I put a metal paper clip on it and fold it over that paper clip. But it stuck itself down to this before I even got to that point. And then when I tried to get it up, it tore. And I've used it since then. And I got it through these guidelines, and I thought I had it been over taped here, but obviously I did not. So you work on that. And I will finish my little bookmark. My hole for my ribbon's going to be right in the middle of my flower. Pooh. Oh, well. That's the way it goes. I've got to go. What did I decide I was going to do?
I don't know, but don't do a hole punch yet. I should have waited until I taped. So I'm gonna have to
That's what I did on my first bookmark. I did the hole punch, and then I realized, oh, well, I got to put the back on it and tape. But that was just a good guideline for me to do the punch the hole.
Toby, I'm busy.
Okay. I'm going to color this in somehow and put her name down here. I'll show you when we're done. This is probably a long video already. I guess we'll stop here.
Let's stop. They don't want to stare at the table and those stickers anymore.
Okay. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. We're picking up a grocery order in the morning of stuff to make lasagna. I really love lasagna. We're going to make that for lunch, and it's super easy. And I did a video on make a lasagna, and I put it...
He swears, but we can't find it.
I know I did, because one of my subs told me that was the best lasagna she ever had.
I don't know where it
I don't know what happened to it. It's not in my recipes anymore. So I'm going to, if I can, I'll make a video about making that lasagna tomorrow. The kids don't mind if I make videos if it doesn't bother them, but when we're doing stuff...
It gives them anxiety sometimes.
We're all anxiety-filled people.
Taylor.
Yeah, she didn't want me making videos while we're in the middle of doing stuff. So I may or may not. I always ask her, is this a good time? Can I do a video or not? And usually she says no, which is just fine. So anyway, I'm going to stop now. Oh, I know what it was. There was this lady I watched named Mary. Her channel name is My Simple Cottage Life, and I really like her channel.
That was loud.
But she said the other day that she finds it so boring when people do grocery hauls. So, do you want me to quit doing grocery hauls? I don't care. Doesn't bother me. In fact, I did a couple way back when I first started in videos, and I thought they were boring. So I said, I'm not going to do grocery hauls anymore because this is boring. And then several of my subs says, no, we want to see what you buy. And so I said, okay. But you tell me now, are you sick of grocery hauls? It won't hurt my feelings a bit if you say yes. So let me know if you want me to do a grocery haul in the morning, because we pick them up between 9 and 10 to have the stuff to make the cake and make the lasagna. I've got the stuff to make fudge already. You don't put it face down because you don't want to piece it over the top of your... Oh, never mind. Too late. I've forgotten again. My mind is just not working. So I'm going to hush now. But do the myth thing. Label in the comments. Label, put 1 through 10 and put either a T for true or F for false. And then in a couple of days, I'll post a video telling you which was true and which was false. Okay, bye guys. Thank you so much for all the kind words you had for me last night. And I appreciate every single one of you for just watching my videos. But if you'd give me a thumbs up, that YouTube will share my videos with more people. I think 214 away from 2,000 subs. So if you know somebody who'd like to watch my videos, please share. There's a little sign. It looks like this. If you click on that, that means share. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I don't know what else you do. But anyway, I'm going to go now. Bye. Thank you, guys. I appreciate every single one of you watching. See ya. You really are my sisters and my friends and my brothers. And I just am so happy I have this channel. Bye-bye.